Hi, I'm Doug Keck, and this is an EWTN Bookmark Brief. Just had the pleasure of speaking with my good friend Raymond Arroyo, the author of The Thief Who Stole Heaven, a Legend, and it's published by Sophia Institute Press, naturally available through the EWTN Religious Catalog. Okay, Ray, another book geared at the family,
yes.
a little different than Will Wilder, a follow-up to The Spider.
Yeah, the Spider Who Saved Christmas.
But
and I wanted something here, Doug. You know, Will Wilder appeals to a very particular audience, fantasy audience, 8 to 16 or so. That's the core audience. Now, I have many older readers, but that's the core audience. I wanted a book that, and I consider these family reads. I don't consider them children's books. These are written for certainly younger audiences, but I have many older audiences, and they too will get a lot from these books. And they're written on two levels. There's an adventure in the foreground. One of the reviewers said this is Aladdin meets The Chosen.
Okay.
You know, so it's kind of cute.
Interesting.
And it is. He's a kind of a swashbuckling robber who is lost on his way. He comes into an immediate conflict with grace. He meets the Holy Family, and it brands him, it marks him. And we see how this life progresses. And of course, we know the end of the story from Good Friday, but you really don't know this story. And I didn't make any of this up. This story is based on the writings of Augustine, Peter Damian, Gregory the Great. Saints have written about this for centuries. And I thought, why haven't I ever heard this story of mercy, hope, and the glance of God never failing us? We need to hear this story, and families need to discuss it.
Right, and the style is very similar to the prior book, and illustrated by the same gentleman, right?
Randy Gallegos, yeah. And we wanted to keep it consistent. The Holy Family in the other book looks like the Holy Family here. Same dress, same approach. I've written it in a similar style, kind of pseudo-biblical style in the intros and some of the filigrees. But we were very deliberate in these illustrations because, like television, you have another canvas here to tell your story in when you're dealing with images. So there are things hidden in the illustrations. There are emotions conveyed in the illustrations that I could then pull back on the text with, so that you fill in those gaps. It's very cinematic. It's really like a storyboard. To me, it's like storyboarding a movie out. And I liked this approach. I enjoyed telling stories this way. It takes a long time. It's very collaborative. But,
so how long did it actually take you to put it together from the time you decided to do it?
About a year.
Really?
About a year of work, yeah.
So you were working on this before the...
Well, right after The Spider, we turned to this.
Okay.
And again, when I send my manuscript in, I notate in between each chunk of text, this is the illustration I'm looking for. It should be a wide shot. We see the family coming over the ridge. The thief is on the right-hand side. So I lay it out for him.
Like you said,
but
like
then
storyboarding a film.
Right, but then he up many times, the illustrator, Randy, would come back and say, why don't we try this? I was thinking this way. And we go back and forth and come up with something, I think, beautiful and far better than my original conception of this would have been.
Okay.
I mean, he did a great job.
The Thief Who Stole Heaven, a Legend by Raymond Arroyo, available through the EWTN Religious Catalog, EWTNRC.com. Look for the entire interview on this book coming soon on the network, also on demand. And of course, don't forget, EWTNRC.com for all things Arroyo and all things Catholic. I'm Doug Keck. This has been an EWTN Bookmark Brief. We'll catch you next time. Thanks.